Right, so welcome back to this video. In this one, we're just going to cover roles and permissions. Yes, I know in the last one I said we were going to talk about staff management. This is important because this is how you guide your staff's abilities in the app. So whatever you want them to be able to do or not do is based off of roles and permissions. So it's important we talk about that here before we start creating staff so that we can easily create the staffs and give them the different abilities. So let's just dive into it. So we'll click on staffs, right? Right now, you will have to locate these three dots here. Once you tap on it, you will see two sections, departments and roles. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to be talking about roles, okay? So right now, everything here is empty because we've not defined a role for our permission. So like I said, this is just to define or say whatever your staff is supposed to be able to do on the app based on the permissions you give them. We'll click on add new permission. We'll just create one for field agent, right? We'll just give it a little description. So roles for field agents and marketers. Okay, so I would come back to this. We would go once the stuff has been created, we would go ahead and define stuff. But for now, we'll just create the role. Okay, so we see that we have the field agent. Let's create another one for accounts and administration. So create this one as well. Okay, cool. So we have these two roles that have been successfully created. Now, what we want to go ahead and do is look through these definitions. So everything here, right? So we have different sections and how they function, but you can always take your time, review them, and see how each works. Okay, but it's very straightforward. Some permissions are mainly for your agents. So when we create the staff, you will see the type of agent. So they are only specific for those people because you don't want them to do more. But you also have that for the accountants and admins or every other person in the firm. So I will show you what those are and how you can use them. In this particular case, we want to set the permission for the field agent. Let's start from that because that's what we've selected. You can select each one, right? It loads them. So, but we'll look at the field agent first. We have different sections. We have the customer management section, the financial section, the reporting section, and the staff management and systems. We'll just walk through them one by one. For this, I will show you how each works as we define them. Then the other one will just go ahead and just create as need be. In the customer section, we have a few options. Number one, we have this create customers. With this, we want to let them create customer accounts on the field. We can let them do that. We can turn that on. But if you don't want that, you can turn it off. Then you have the view customers assigned. That is the verse that you want them to only view the customers that have been given to them, which we would do in the next section for staff management. So we create the staff and assign them to a customer. So if you want them to only view their customers that you've given to them, then you can do that. Obviously, you don't want them to view all customers for security's sake. Then the ability to update customers, we can turn that off for now. If you want to turn it on, you can go ahead, but I believe once you've created the customer, the information should be correct and shouldn't be changing so that you don't have somebody changing phone numbers and the rest, that kind of thing. So can they manage customers? That's more or less something in relation to all of them, but we'll just keep that for now. Then you have this register new customers. So this is the one that represents the field agent. We'll have to turn off this other one because it's not for the field agent. So you'll be able to create information for them on the app, but I think for now you don't need to edit the information. So you have the financial, which is how you manage the money and the contributions, right? This creates contribution records you have the tag of administrative entries. So that means other people in the organization, if you want them to be able to create records or deposits, that's for it. But we would turn on this one for the field agent. Then the ability to view contributions, so to be able to view their own records. So the ability to make or manage contributions. So that means there's a workflow which is the approved counsel, which we checked out in the transactions. So you can always visit that again if you have confusion on what I'm talking about. So you have the manage contributions, then make contribution. This is for like a customer, but for now you don't need to do that. So you have create withdrawals, process withdrawals. So click on the process for the staff, then view all transactions, which is when you want to let the staff view all, but they should not do that. You have view all deposits, view personal deposits, view their own created deposit transactions. So that's one we would do. Then you have view all withdrawals, view personal withdrawals, but we'll just do view personal withdrawals, view personal contributions, so the ones that they have created for themselves. So you have the transaction, this section to auto approve transactions. So in the event that you just want the staff to just create the transaction directly, you have that, so that it be added to your wallet. You can click that, but for now we'll turn that off. The ability to delete contribution cards, these are other options you can review, but we'll just turn them off for now. So reporting, if you want, this is how you view, in the report section when we will talk about reports. This is how you handle that. But for now, nothing here concerns the staff, this particular field agent, right? So we'll just keep on it. But this is how you generate reports, view dashboard reports, because we have a few things that go on in that section. But these are all for it. But I'll just quickly review it, so at least we talk about it and just get on with it. So you can generate reports, you can view financial reports. This is a section that will be taken away, but because we split it up into different sections for dashboard report, financial analysis, customer growth, agent performance, transaction trends, operational patterns, and business score health or business health score. So these are all various parts of the report section that you can give access to the staff, but for now they don't need to have access to this as a field agent. For staff management, if you want them to be able to manage other agents, you can do that. Manage all staff. For the most part, these people don't need to do that as field agent. Depends on the hierarchy, but if you want them to do, so if you have multiple sections or multiple staffs that have different hierarchies, some people you want them to be able to manage agents and some don't, so you can always create new permissions for them on the fly. Right now we have this section which is for the system. It's just a very small section, so you can view the business dashboard, view agent dashboard, so that the agent can view their own specific dashboard, view personal dashboard as a customer, business settings, change password, then view own profile. What we will do is just turn on the agent dashboard. With this now, we've activated a bunch of the permissions that we want for the field agent to do. So with this, we'll just click save. So voila, it's been saved, and we can see that we've added 8 permissions. If you can look here in the field agent section up here. So we've added a bunch of the permissions, what we want them to do or not do. So for the account and administration, it depends on you what you want to do. But for me, I'll just quickly just go through everything here, then, and I'll tell you what I've selected. Okay, so I've gone ahead to create these permissions. They can create past customers, view all the customers, they can view all contribution, manage the contribution, so approve and the rest or cancel. They can view all transactions, view all withdrawals, They can view the dashboard reports, view financial analysis, customer growth, agent performance, and operational patterns. Then you can also manage all the stuff, view the business dashboard. Yeah, so you can always go through this thing to understand it, turn on, turn off. So we've kept it flexible so that it's easier to manage anything you want at any level, to any degree that you want it to be, the way you want it to be too. So yeah, that's why we've created this. So it's very simple and easy to use. So we'll just save this just for the sake. So we have 15 permissions activated for them. So if you click on it, you can see which is which at any time. All right, so that is all for these roles and permissions. So we'll be activating and managing staff and assigning customers and showing how all this tie together so that your staff now can start creating records on your behalf even when you're not there. So you just see the transactions in your application. So that's the next thing we're looking at in this course series. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.